This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 29th day of April in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. The Guyana Police Force today said the joint services have been able to normalize the situation in Georgetown and various parts of the country, following last evening's fiery protests and a number of cases of robberies and looting of stores. In a statement this afternoon, the police force said the joint services patrols will continue to maintain a strong presence in the regions to ensure law and order. According to the police, over the past 24 hours, more than 100 persons have been arrested for various offenses, including robbery on the arms, and a total of 37 motorcycles which were used to perpetrate crimes were also seized, the police said. Charges will be laid against those in custody soon, and wanted bulletins have been posted for several others for inciting public terror. The situation in Georgetown and other parts of the country exploded last evening, with debris and tires being set on fire in the roads. The police said in two of those robbery incidents, two suspects were shot dead. One of them was known to law enforcement, having been arrested previously on a robbery charge. In the city today, several businesses kept their doors closed, including the malls and megastores. Other businesses shut their stores early. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Keeping up with the kids' growth spurts might mean it's time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we've got you. Save up to $50,000 on select fridges. Get a free grill or mixer with select stoves and more. Need to upgrade your home? Get smart TVs from as low as $32,999. Plus, shop today and pay later. And make your first payment in 30 days with Quartz Ready Finance. Whatever you need, we've got you. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends April 23, 2025.
Drive home your brand new Honda vehicle today. When you buy a brand new vehicle, it's 0 miles, 0 worries. Plus, you get awesome features that will help make your ride smooth and comfortable. Marit offers in-house financing on our Honda City and HRV with down payments of 25% and monthly payments for 3 or 5 years. Conditions apply. Visit our website or call us on 226-1482 to learn more. Buy your brand new Honda vehicle from Marix, the home of Honda in Guyana.
Mobile Delvac heavy-duty lubricants. With more than 90 years of experience and innovation, Mobil Delvac is a recognized leader in advanced heavy-duty lubricants. Discover how the state-of-the-art Mobil Delvac technology can help protect and extend the life of your diesel engines. Mobil Delvac, the trusted brand for many successful businesses. Protect your fleet and keep your vehicles on the road and out of the shop. Helped by Mobil Motor Oils. Distributed by Sol Guyana Inc.
Welcome back. The Guyana Police Force has issued wanted bulletins for more than 20 persons for the incitement of public terror. While many of those wanted were not named in the police bulletins, their images were released. Many of the wanted persons were captured on CCTV cameras setting fires on various streets during Monday night protests, while others were fingered in robberies and lootings, and others are wanted over statements made on social media, encouraging persons to protest by setting the streets on fire. The Guyana Police Force in a statement early this morning made it clear that all video footage, images, and other available evidence are being actively reviewed by investigators, and all persons implicated in criminal conduct, including arson, blocking and burning public roadways, malicious damage and destruction to private and public properties, personal violence and acts of terror, and domestic terrorism, shall be arrested and charged. The police said the persons will also be placed on a no-fly list, and their personal information and other particulars will be shared with regional and international law enforcement agencies. Terror gripped the city of Georgetown and a number of areas with fiery protests last night following the autopsy report on 11-year-old Adriana Young, which concluded that she died by drowning. The protest started earlier in the day outside the public hospital Georgetown, where the post-mortem examination was done, resulting in clashes between the police and some of those protesters. As night fell across the country, bands of motorcyclists were spotted setting fire to debris on the streets here in Georgetown, while being joined by others. There were also attacks on a number of businesses, including supermarkets, the Burger King restaurant, and other places. Persons heading home from work also reported being robbed by groups of men. The police reported that 2 suspects were shot dead during 2 different robbery incidents on Monday night. As the situation unfolded, gas stations and other businesses closed their doors early, and roadside food vendors locked up their shops and hurried home. The national curfew from 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m., which was gazetted early this morning, could begin at an even earlier time, according to the Minister of Home Affairs, Robeson Bennett. He said there is a review taking place that could see the curfew starting as early as 10 p.m. He said a decision has not yet been made on the length of the curfew period.
We've been up all night monitoring the situation to try to see where we need to send help and support and bring some law and order. Now we're trying to go around to the little areas, particularly in the city, to show presence and to try to encourage people to come back to some level of orderliness and lawful behavior.
The Home Affairs Minister was out in the streets this morning along with some members of the joint services, assisting in the clearing of some roadways that were blocked during last night's fiery protests. The current curfew order states that there shall be no public meetings, gatherings, and assemblies of persons, procession, or marches in any public space during the hours of 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. The order came following a night that saw fires being set to major roadways in several parts of the country, and some businesses in Georgetown being looted, with robberies also being reported. The Home Affairs Minister said his ministry has been closely monitoring the situation as the Guyana Police Force, with the backing of the fire service, takes steps to clear all roadways of debris, allowing for free movement.
The curfew, it might start earlier tonight, and we'll review how late or how early in the morning it will go through.
Okay, when you say early, it could start as early as 6 p.m.?
It might start as early as 10. We're reviewing the matter at the moment.
The Home Affairs Minister said the Ministry of Home Affairs will continue to monitor the situation on the ground in an effort to prevent a recurrence. He said he is not fully satisfied as yet with everything being returned to a state of normalcy.
No. There's no excuse for the behavior. The president went, President Irfan Ali went, while people were fairly upset at the situation which was unfolding. He met with the family. He consoled the family. I believe some support was provided to the family. There were assurances not only to have an early autopsy, but at the request of the family, they agreed to bring in foreign doctors to do the autopsy and to make sure that they get the forensic right in relation to the matter. All of that was done. There was no excuse for the behavior which unfolded, particularly in social media. And those social media posts are still online, still up, and have been recorded. And as a result of some of those posts, more people will be arrested for creating public mischief, terror, all the things which are related to their behavior on social media.
Ben said that violent and fiery protests, robberies, and looting of businesses were encouraged, either for criminal behavior or political expediency. He also said it is important for Guyana to return to a state of normalcy, where citizens, in particular women and children, can feel safe. With the preliminary findings from the pathologist indicating that 11-year-old Adriana Young died by drowning, the leader of the Alliance for a Change, Nigel Hughes, is continuing the call for a thorough and transparent investigation into her death, while condemning violent acts of protest that have been taking place in various parts of the country. In a statement this morning, Mr. Hughes said that while the post-mortem report provides an important first step in understanding the circumstances surrounding the tragic passing of the young girl, it is clear that many questions remain unanswered. He said, therefore, the AFC urgently sees a need for a full, thorough, and transparent investigation to determine how and why Adriana drowned. The post-mortem examination on the remains of the 11-year-old was conducted Monday afternoon by 3 international pathologists. The findings triggered protests in at least 4 regions, with a number of roads being blocked and debris set ablaze. Mr. Hughes condemned the actions and said he also condemns the acts of violence, the destruction of property, the looting and the blocking of public roads that have followed the announcements of the findings. He said the actions undermine the cause of justice and do not honor Adriana's memory. Violence, lawlessness, and disorder must never be the response to grief or outrage, he said, not in Adriana's name. The AFC has issued a call on all citizens to act peacefully and lawfully as the nation continues to seek the full truth behind Young's death.
GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. If you have moved to a new address since you were registered, you are required to update your address by applying for a transfer to ensure your registration details are accurate. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to apply for a transfer. You can apply to have your address updated during this national registration exercise. You can visit the GCOM registration offices Monday to Thursday from 8 to 12 hours and 13 to 16 hours 30, and Friday from 8 to 12 hours and 13 to 15 hours 30. The offices will be closed on weekends and holidays. This registration exercise will end on May 30, 2025. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0277-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Need small appliance for your kitchen? Giftland have it. Need fridge or stove? Giftland have it. Speakers or laptop? Giftland have it. I'm telling you, Giftland have everything. And don't get me started on TVs. 58-inch, 65-inch, 70-inch, 75-inch. All sizes in leading brands. Best thing about it, they give a warranty. Man, Giftland is the place for all your electronics purchases.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
Buster presenting the new 500 milliliter. Wow, Buster flavorful. Make every meal better. Grab a Buster for drink, Buster move. Taste this. 500 ml, that's it. Buster for days, that's cool. Buster 500 milliliter is a brand new choice of my drink with my food. Vibing every munch, that's smooth. Introducing the new Buster 500 milliliter. Grab a bottle with your lunch today.
Purple Arts Productions presents A Treat for My Mother 8, an evening of golden oldies with Bunny Alves, Sean Buller, Charmin Blackman, Ronald Green, Barbara Lee, Sharon Cadogan, Ian Nelson, Antoine Gonsalves, Michelle Gobin, and more dance group and others. Golden jewelry for the best dressed mother in purple on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 11 at the National Cultural Center. Tickets $3,000 and $2,500. Directed by Simone Dowding.
While distancing himself and his party from the violent protests that erupted across the country last evening, opposition leader Aubrey Norton said it was a direct result of the misinformation peddled by the Guyana police force in the Adriana Young case. The Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben, however, said the police investigators were merely following a lead.
I cannot comment on that beyond saying that with respect to the matter, the police were following leads. If you follow leads in an investigation, some leads may lead you not to the right conclusion or along the right trail to resolve the matter. The police, as far as I understood the matter from them, is that they were following a lead, one of a number of leads.
During the initial stages of the investigation, when 11-year-old Adriana Young was reported missing at the Doubleday Hotel, the Guyana police force claimed that surveillance footage showed Young entering a car. It was later forced to admit that there were several inaccuracies in that statement. The revelation sparked outrage, with the protests intensifying, eventually resulting in the hotel and the home of its owner being set on fire. Last night, the fiery protests escalated across the country, with fires being set to a number of the country's main access roads. The Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben told news sources this morning that the police were following a lead in relation to that first report.
The police have to get better at everything that they do. I have to do better at the things that I do, and this is why I walk around with this button to share with all of us. We have to remind ourselves every time we're challenged professionally and in respect to the things that we do and the way we behave, to consider if we're doing the right thing. Thank you very much.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Khalid Mandal, who was the commander of Region 3 at the time, has been sent on administrative leave. However, with the post-mortem examination results indicating that Young died as a result of drowning, it is unclear if Mandal will remain on administrative leave. Minister Ben would only say it is a matter for the Ministry of Home Affairs to discuss with the Guyana Police Force. However, he admitted that the police could do better. Meanwhile, the opposition leader said while the opposition supports the Guyanese people in the struggle for justice for Young, it does not support the looting of businesses and the destruction of properties.
Let it be made very clear. We do not support the looting. We do not support the destruction of property. We are fully in support of this struggle for justice will continue to do that.
The opposition leader said the government is attempting to blame the opposition for the escalation of the protests, when the PPP is planting persons, including criminal elements, among the protesters. According to Norton, this is an old tactic of the governing party, and the opposition will not be held responsible. The father of 11-year-old Adriana Young, who was found dead in the pool of the Doubleday Hotel at Tushin, is pleading for peace and an end to violence in the wake of widespread fiery protests that escalated last evening, after the results of her post-mortem examination revealed that she died by drowning. The father, Sir Brian Young, in a social media post this morning, said the family was told that his daughter died by drowning, but that other tests will be done on samples taken from her lungs. He said his daughter was not a violent person and would not have approved of the acts of violence taking place as part of the protests in her name. On Monday, Adriana Young's body underwent more than 4 hours of medical examination as part of an autopsy. The father said that was one of the most difficult days in his life, as he sat and waited for the post-mortem results, which he was told revealed that she died by drowning.
Definitely got to think about yes. The daughter is wrong yet. And the daughter had a lot of water in her lungs. And I had to send it out to some way to get tested, and I don't know when is it coming back. And when is it coming back? When I hear that, I think yes, I gotta lose my mind, like, to be honest, but
Little Adriana was reported missing at the Doubleday Hotel in Tushin last Wednesday while on an outing with her family. She was reported missing the same day, and the family said several searches of the pool at the hotel came up empty-handed. However, the police issued a statement claiming that a young girl was captured on camera leaving the hotel in a car. That police statement turned out to be false, triggering protests outside the hotel and calls for a full sweep of the property. It was on the following day, as large crowds gathered outside the hotel, that a child's body was spotted floating in the pool. The discovery resulted in a large protest at the hotel and it being set on fire. The hotel was completely gutted. Its owner and staff members were questioned about the child's disappearance. The police has also come under intense scrutiny over its initial response to the missing persons report. President Irfan Ali on Monday night said the 3 independent forensic pathologists who examined the remains of 11-year-old Adriana Young have ruled out forced drowning. He made that disclosure during a late-night press conference at State House, hours after the post-mortem examination on the remains of Young had concluded at the public hospital here in Georgetown. The post-mortem examination found that Young, who was found dead in a pool at the Doubleday Hotel last Thursday, died as a result of drowning. She was reported missing the previous day, while at an outing with relatives.
Upon completing the procedure, the forensic pathologists rule out signs of physical and sexual trauma on Ms. Young's body. After careful deliberation, the team concluded that Ms. Young died as a result of drowning.
The post-mortem examination was done by 3 independent pathologists: Dr. Gary Collins, who is the chief medical examiner of the U.S. state of Delaware, Dr. Glenn Rudder from Mount Sinai, and Dr. Shubakar Carey Paul, who operates out of Barbados. While the autopsy began just after 1 o'clock on Monday and spanned more than 4 hours, the team also conducted a forensic CT scan and an X-ray of the body at the Balwan Singh Hospital earlier in the day. The objectives of the examinations were to identify signs of trauma or injuries to the body, detect signs of sexual violence, collect appropriate forensic samples, document the post-mortem examination through photographs and videography, and determine the cause of death.
The relatives were also informed that the pathologists ruled out theories of forcible drowning or any other means of killing, followed by disposal of the body in water.
However, according to the president, due to the state of decomposition of Young's body, the pathologists were unable to give a time of death. Once the examinations were completed, Young's parents and other relatives were briefed on the cause of death. The young girl's father has rejected the findings, convinced that his daughter was killed and later placed into the hotel's pool. Prior to the discovery of Young's body, relatives said the pool was searched multiple times. The pathologists are expected to sign off on their full report. That report, the president said, would be made available to the family within the limits of the law. A toxicology test is also expected to be conducted. The U.S. Embassy in Georgetown announced the cancellation of all visa and American Citizen Services appointments for today, Tuesday, and tomorrow, Wednesday. In a statement on its Facebook page, the embassy announced that the decision was taken owing to protests that were taking place in Georgetown and surrounding areas. Affected applicants will be rescheduled and will receive an email notification with their new appointment date, the embassy explained. Meanwhile, American citizens requiring emergency assistance could call 225-4126. They can also follow the embassy's social media pages for additional updates. The announcement from the American Embassy came as protests erupted across Georgetown and other parts of the country on Monday afternoon, after the post-mortem examination conducted on 11-year-old Adriana Young found that she died by drowning.
A powerful movement is coming to shift Guyana, the Guyana we know as the breadbasket of the Caribbean. It's the land of many waters. It's the land of 6 races, all unified under God. Hope is rising, a call to prayer, a celebration of unity and peace and God's grace on all Guyana. Hope is Rising is returning after many years and will feature global sensation Sherwin Gardner and Emran Henry, along with top Guyanese gospel artists and musicians.
These things they are making me stronger. I come to you with my arms wide open. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I weep.
You're invited to Hope is Rising, a global 24-hour prayer culminating with an evening of worship and praise, with Christian leaders standing together on May 9th at the National Cultural Center. All tickets are free and registration is required. Seats are limited, so book now. Christian leaders, gospel artists, churches, and people of Guyana from all regions. We urge you to come together to celebrate and pray to God for this great nation. Hope is rising, and God is pleased.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. United National Congress UNC leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar, who turned 73 last Tuesday, received a national birthday gift last night when her party won Monday's general election, tossing the People's National Movement (PNM) back to 2010 defeat levels, and made history by becoming a female TNT Prime Minister a second time. Thanking her supporters last evening, Persad-Bissessar said the real work starts now. According to Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, the UNC retained its 19 seats and also won 2 marginal East-West Corridor and San Fernando West seats held by the PNM. She has also welcomed the Tobago People's Party (TPP), led by Tobago House of Assembly Chairman Farley Augustine, which won the 2 Tobago seats held by the PNM. The UNC and TPP will now share the government in Parliament while the PNM enters opposition, making it 3 parties in Parliament. PNM political leader Dr. Keith Rowley conceded defeat at 10:15 p.m. ahead of Persad-Bissessar's victory speech. Stuart Young, at Rowley's side, said he had won his Port of Spain North St. Anne's West seat. While saying he was obviously disappointed, Young vowed to keep fighting. Last night's UNC victory was a dramatic climax to 2 years of election hints from the PNM, repeated demands for election by the UNC, and a short, sharp campaign in the snap poll called by Young 4 months ahead of the term's end in August. According to CMC, the World Bank Monday announced that it has approved new financing to support Dominica in its efforts to strengthen domestic revenue mobilization, enhance financial sector resilience, and promote biodiversity conservation and disaster preparedness in support of better opportunities for its population. The World Bank said that the new development policy credit comprises an envelope of US $24 million and that Dominica, known as the nature island of the Caribbean, possesses exceptional biodiversity and marine ecosystems, which underpin its tourism-dependent economy. However, the country's development has been set back by natural disasters and climate-related shocks. It explained the tropical storms in 2015 and 2017 had resulted in significant damage. The World Bank said those disasters, coupled with other shocks, have significantly weakened the country's public finances and financial system. Public debt surged to 118.2% of gross domestic product (GDP) in 2020 and remains high at 103% in 2024. And finally tonight, international news. Prime Minister Mark Carney's Liberal Party won Canada's federal election on Monday, capping a stunning turnaround in fortunes fueled by U.S. President Donald Trump's annexation threats and trade war. After polls closed, the Liberals were projected to win more of the Parliament's 343 seats than the Conservative Party. The Liberals looked headed for a crushing defeat until the American president started attacking Canada's economy and threatening its sovereignty and suggesting it should become the 51st state. Trump's actions infuriated Canadians and stoked a surge in nationalism that helped the Liberals flip the election narrative and win a 4th straight term in power. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.